St. Paul didn't know Jesus. There's no evidence that any of the gospel writers knew him. The Gospels were all written decades after his death. The Gospels don't even agree with each other. John mentions Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead. No one else mentions it. How can you fail to remember a man being raised from the dead? St. Peter, the first pope, was supposedly Jesus' main guy. He never wrote down a single thing about Jesus. Funny that. Then again, E was probably illiterate, just like Jesus himself, who never wrote down a single thing either. Why would God not write a few words straight from the horse's mouth? Why didn't he write, the book of God, by God? So, let's face the facts. People get their ideas about Christianity from the letters of St. Paul, a non-eyewitness to the life of Jesus Christ, and from the Gospels written by non-eyewitnesses to the life of Jesus Christ who constantly contradict each other. Let me spell it out for you. All information about Christianity is hearsay, an invention. Jesus Christ is not mentioned at all in any contemporaneous documents. There is no serious, verifiable evidence that he even existed. The Romans supposedly executed him for claiming to be the king of the Jews. But there's no Roman evidence for this, which is extremely odd. Nor is there any mention of Jesus Christ by any Pharisee, Sadducee, or high priest, even though they supposedly wanted him dead. Isn't it very odd that God supposedly visited the earth and yet not a single factual trace of his existence has ever showed up? You might think that it would be a big event if God came to this earth, but apparently he left no impression at all. Shouldn't God have left, some evidence of his visit? He's not big on facts and evidence, it seems. He's a faith guy. You need to believe that God came to earth despite the 100% absence of proof. What does God have against proof? Wouldn't everything be much simpler if God left proof? Why didn't he? Is it because none of this nonsense ever happened? Occam's razor, folks. Always go for the simplest explanation. Is it simpler to believe that God visited this planet without leaving a single shred of actual proof, or that he didn't visit this planet at all? Well, that's an intelligence test for you. Not a single smart person is going to base their life on hearsay written decades after the events, if the events happened at all. You can be certain they didn't, because they are rationally impossible and ridiculous. Wake up. Stop believing total lies. Christianity is a sick invention to trap stupid people.